Hey friends, it's Lee with the Turquoise Valentine. Y'all come on in. Have a seat. Look at my table, look at my sign. If you're watching on YouTube, you can fast forward through this part because I'm going to say hello to all my friends. This is a live from Facebook. So we are going to play with air dry clay tonight. And I haven't done this in a while and I'm so excited. Look at my sign. It looks, I think it's crooked. I think it's crooked under the glass. That's going to drive me crazy. It's crooked under the glass. It's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to be like trying to fix it. But anyway, you can see it on there, so it's good. Just don't look at how straight it's not. Hey, Barb. Hey, Diane. Yes, I will be making more bead kits. I know they sold out in 5 minutes, and I'm just sitting here like, excuse me? I honestly thought 100 would be enough. I guess I was wrong. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Kathy. Hello, Darla. Hey, Sherry. Thank you. It's one of my old ones. Love fall, y'all. It's one of my big rare ones. Hey, Lori. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Tina. So I'm so sorry they sold out because literally I spent a whole day putting those kits together. Honestly thought 100 would be enough because I've already sold them once. Thank y'all so very much. It's okay, Kathy. I'm going to do them again. And evidently, it's going to be something I just need to carry all the time. But yes. Hey, Vicky. Hello, Melanie. We are going to play with clay. We're going to play with clay. Wendy. Hello. Delphia. Hello. Y'all know I like to play with the clay. So we're going to make something from here. Hey, Chris. Hey, Anna. So we're going to play with clay. And so I have this big, huge box of aluminum foil from inside my house because all I have is this of my Dollar Tree. Hey, Geneva. Hey, Becky. Hello, Janet. So anyway, so I got my clay out. This has kind of been rolling around in my mind for a little bit, and I'm hoping I can pull this off. I don't know if I can or not. Darla, I'm starting to think that. Hey, Deb. It's okay, Gail. I'm going to make more, and, you know, it just, the thing about it is that it takes, y'all seen the video of all those little cases laid out, right? So, I have to, you know, and then put them all in the back. You know, I'm sitting here picking and doing all the different ones, and I mean, it literally takes a long time. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Patty. Oh, no, Sue. I know. I looked at the clock and I went, because my phone, Shopify, goes ding, ding, ding. You know, it goes ding when I make a sale. Well, it kind of stopped. And I said, certainly they're not sold out. Certainly not. And my husband goes, well, it's not going off anymore. And I said, well, maybe everybody that got them, wanted them, got them. And I went and looked and it said 0. And I went, oh. But thank y'all very much. Hey, Penny. Yes, I see your comments. Bunky, I'm going to open up my monthly subscription, the kits. I can't even talk. My subscription box group. I'm going to open that up at the 1st of October. Yeah, I can do it. I can. Yay, Karina. Thank you. Hello, Arlene. So we're crafting from scratch. Well, I'm not making my own clay, but technically I'm making something from this block of clay. You got skills. Hey, Tammy. Yes. Okay. So this is just something I've been thinking about for a little while. I kind of saw something like it in a magazine and I was like, huh, I can make that with a $12.99 block of clay. I can make that. But see, the thing about this is yes, I could have bought the one that I saw in the magazine for, I don't even know how much it was. Probably $12.99. But I can get this block of clay and I can make 10 of them with a block of clay. Maybe not that many, but I can make a bunch. Hey, Kathy. Hello, Georgianne. I can make a bunch of them with one block of clay. So that's my thoughts about it. I already have the clay and we're going to try it. So here's my, look, you know how it starts rolling off in the, y'all see how, y'all know what happens down here at the end. But if if you buy this aluminum foil at Dollar Tree to put on your food, you're going to have holes in it because it's super thin. I think I could probably read the paper through it, but not really. But hey, Luann. So anyway, so you're going to need aluminum foil. And this is DOS clay. I know this is backwards. Look at my sign, though it's not. Ha, ha, ha. Because this is backwards in real life. Y'all saw the picture from yesterday. Bev, the subscription group, I'm going to open it up beginning of October. You get a kit every month. And when I say a kit, it's a little kit. It comes in a little, hold on. It comes in a little white box. Everybody says, I got my white box in the mail. And I'm going to show you an example of, there's one sitting right here. Yikes. Okay, so Mrs. Claus just took a dive. I know, Sue, right? When I can make it myself, and it's going to have my fingerprints on it. Okay, so my monthly subscription, since somebody asked, like this, let's see, I'm trying to think. This flower pot, and look, it has little holes. It has holes to where you can put florals in it. I kind of changed it up from the way the original designer had it done. Okay, they just had a pot and that was it. So I was like, oh, I want to put some florals on it. And then you have these little huggers. This is an example of a kit. So in the spring, you got the pot, and then you got two little huggers that went with it, and they were flowers. So then when July came around, I did Christmas, and this, let's see, yeah, she came with this sign, North Pole Bakery, and then there was a Santa, and see, he goes on here, and ho, ho, ho. So that was another kit. So they're little kits that you get in the mail every month. And everybody, yeah, Tina said, I'm so excited when the box comes. Everybody's always excited. My box came. I can't show you what this month's is because everybody is still getting their box, even though we are doing them Sunday. But see, Santa will go on a regular pot. I mean, Miss Claus, they'll both go on a regular pot or a mug or whatever. Lord, that tree has done got glitter. Look at y'all have my glitter in my clay. So anyway, but yeah, so this was July's kit. This was part of March, I don't know, May, I can't remember. But so they come in this little box. So this is an empty box. So they are small, but you'd be surprised at what I can get in this box. They're 4x6. So this comes in the mail to you, and it's a little kit in there. And we do them once a month, and that's really all I need to tell you about, I guess. And so, Dana, okay, you don't have yours yet. I mailed them last Tuesday. Message me, Dana, and we'll see where it is. So anyway, so that's just like an example of a couple of kits, but they're always fun, and we get together and I do them once a month. And then you also have a portal to look at the past ones because, you know, Facebook deletes the videos. No, Bev, they're not hard at all. It's, you know, you're just painting them, and sometimes I'll do a paint technique on them, you know, stuff like that. But then you get to see everybody in the group how they all did theirs, and that's what the fun part is because everybody's looks so different and cool. And we have a lot of fun in there. We talk about all kinds of stuff. It's $20 a month, Bev, is how much it is. That's shipping everything. It's just, that's it. You just get this little box every month. But I would love to show you what this month's is, but I don't want to ruin it for some people who haven't gotten theirs because it is a surprise. You don't know what you're going to get. Most of the time I do seasonal. So like if it's, you know, I don't always do Christmas in July, but it's like summer, you're going to get summer. If it's spring, you're going to get spring. If it's fall, you're going to get fall. So it kind of goes along with that. So Brenda, that's what it says when it's sold out. Because a long time ago, when I used to put stuff up and it said sold out, before it went on sale, people would think I had already released it. So when it doesn't have a quantity of an amount of product in there, it's going to either say sold out or coming soon. So I had to pick between the two. So before I even released it, people will go, oh, you've already sold out. And and I'm like, no, that's just what it says. So I had to put coming soon. Oh, thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Jill, you don't know exactly how it goes together. Okay. All right. So anyway, so this is my box. It's going to open October 1st. So I will let y'all know. You can get in on it, and if you want to, and you can cancel anytime you want to, but it is a reoccurring payment. It automatically takes it out and all that stuff. Can you see previous ones? Well, I just showed you that one. I wasn't prepared for all of that, so let me look. That one just was sitting on the shelf, but I don't have any just like right here on hand because my August one is in my house. He was a little, he was a Highland cow holding a sunflower. So that was last month. He's about that tall. He's really cute. Thank you, Susan. So anyway, so I can tell you what that one is, but it's in my house on my tier tray, so I can't show it to you. Okay, Susan, you're okay. I'm just running my mouth, and that's all. Hey, Kat. Hello, Kat. Susan, I had said too that the flower bead kits sold out in 5 minutes. 100 kits. So I thought that was going to be enough, and it's not. So obviously I'll be making more bead kits for y'all, and so no worries. I have more flowers, I have beads, I will make more, okay? But sometimes you don't never know how something's going to be, and this is the second time. Well, the first time was the full kit, and then the second time was the half kits, and then this is the half kits again. So I didn't know exactly how many to make, and I don't want to over make all these kits. So, yes, Brenda, they sold out in 5 minutes. And I'm like, no, Bunky, you're totally fine. That's how my brain works, okay? What am I making? I'm going to make something with air dry clay. We're going to make little ghosts. I saw this in a magazine, and I decided I'm going to make it with $12.99 clay, and I can make a whole bunch of them. We're going to make ghosts, but the ghosts are going to be different. They're not just going to be regular ghosts because we have done that in the past. Look on the laser. Dorothy said, past kits. I don't have any past kits, I don't think, Dorothy, over there. We cleaned up, remember? I know I got the Highland cow, but anyway. Okay. Anyway, so I saw this little ghost. He loved this so much. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Y'all, I can't hold water. Anyway, so I don't tell you what it is every month, what the kit's going to be. But I do give you a sneak peek. Like, we'll finish ours this Sunday. And I will show a piece of next month's. So they can kind of get a little sneaky peek, but they don't know what it is. So anyway, so we're going to make something with air dry clay. I saw this in a magazine. And it was a little ghost. And they were tiny, y'all. They weren't but about this big. And basically it had a hole in its head. And it was like they used it like a little flower vase. And there was flowers coming out of his head. So I'm thinking, I can make that with clay that I already have. Or attempt to. And I can do a pumpkin the same way. So that is what I'm making tonight. I'm going to try. But y'all know, remember I told y'all I still have another one down there. Remember, I'm like, I don't know if I got clay. But I better pick up a block just in case. And then that turns into me having 3 whole blocks and a partial. Dorothy, I didn't cut today. I cleaned up all of this. You can ask Dorothy. There was a mountain of beads that all came while I wasn't here. And yeah. It was an issue, and I had to just say, okay, I can't function. And Dorothy, I organized everything from the window all the way to the corner. All that's been done. It's a piece. Dixie, it's like a little piece. Okay, so let me see if this is, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to use this. So, if you get this clay, you can get it from Hobby Lobby. You can get it from Michael's. You can get it from Amazon, okay? It is This is what it looks like. I know it's backwards, but if y'all want to screenshot it, you can. And it's there are different colors as well, and this one's the only one I have ever used is this, the white. This says $12.99. This one says $12.99. Because I don't know how long I've had these. So, you know, prices go up and all that. But when you do get it and you open your thing, you need to put it in a Ziploc bag. In case your bag has you put a hole in the thing and then it dries out and all that stuff. This is messy. So if you don't like to be messy, come do yours, please. Teresa, fourth quarter's about to start and it's going to be on. And I have got to do Christmas and all that. So I cannot function. Walmart I don't know, does Walmart have this brand? I have nightmares about Walmart clay. Yes, Deborah, I do paint them. And I sold a whole bunch of them. Hold on. We're getting off on bunches of different avenues. But somebody just asked. Oh, this one is Beware. I don't have anywhere I'm getting them from, actually. Hey, Jerry. Okay, so somebody asked about, I pour Ghost. Also, this is concrete, okay? And I have a mold and I pour these. Molds from Michaels. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the mold. It's just, that's the color of it, okay? This is what it looks like after I've painted it. So I don't paint them stark white. I paint them light mocha with a little bit of white. She did not make it to the Whatnot sale Tuesday night. Because right after she cured and I was holding her like this and I was painting her, I dropped her. She hit head first right there. You can see that it's a little flat spot on her head. And she had like a little cracks right there. It didn't chip off, but I didn't want to sell it in case that popped off. Hey, Mandy. So, yeah, she's got a little flat spot. I mean, y'all don't know it's there, but you see it right there. And I painted it and covered up the cracks, but I said, well, I'll just keep her for myself. I know it is a shame. So they do put the clay on at Hobby Lobby on sale like every once in a while, like 30% off. Okay. Oh, you can't. Patty, it's on its way. Okay. But anyway, so that's what they look like after I paint them. This is what they look like when they come out of the mold. And I use cement all for that. You can use the casting stuff they have at Hobby Lobby too. It's the Cast Fast, or I don't know what it's called. Okay. It looks so good behind me. Y'all look at my gumball machine. It's got big old beads in it because, okay, so hold on a minute. These are all beads that my dotting people, have dotted and sent to me. So I didn't have enough to fill this up just yet. So I said, well, I'm going to put them in my little gumball machine. And I'm going to put them back here. Because I want to show off all my students. I want to show off what they do. So anyway, so that's got beads in it. And they're really big like pearls. They're really pretty. Hey, Tanya. Okay, now back to the regular scheduled program. Mandy said, I like your background. And I was like, those little ghosts are made by, repurposed by Becky on Whatnot. She is my friend and she's a follower as well. She sewed these out of vintage chenille. And I have chenille in my shop if y'all want to go buy some chenille to make you some ghosts. But anyway, aren't they cute? Somebody's going to ask. Okay, so this ghost, I'm going to try to make a ghost and a pumpkin. I got to do my tinfoil first. Since you don't want to have your, to use all of your clay, I guess, on the body of the ghost, we want to have something like in the middle, and then we'll just wrap it with the clay, if that makes any kind of sense. I hope so. If y'all see me do it, see how it's peeling, like, but it's not going to matter. Okay. Tammy, it's okay. It's okay. Shipping is expensive, girl. And I totally get it. So I'm going to make my ghost. I don't want to make them like just massive. But look at this tinfoil. Y'all see this? I know, those stuffy ghosts. Aren't they cute? Repurposed by Becky on Whatnot. She sells vintage things, but she has sewn those. And I was like, oh, I got to have them because I don't have time to sew many. Joyce, this is from Beware. Beware's not in business anymore. Well, on the internet, they're not. And so, I have, these are my old ones. I don't have anywhere I've been buying them. Okay, where? I'm trying to find my little, X-Acto. I kind of rearranged all my stuff on my desk, and now I can't find nothing. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all look at the background while I'm waiting. I'm gone. I'm not going far. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alrighty. Clay is 40% off. Stacy, yay! Thank you for telling everybody that. So Stacy says the clay is on sale this week. Alright. So I've made gnomes. I make gnomes a lot. So this one, this has tinfoil in the center, and then we wrap this. There's tutorials on this on YouTube. I've done it several times live, and we've made lots of other things with air dry clay. So this is this clay. I've made, I don't know how many of these things I have made. A whole lot. I actually have one that my best friend Deidre made, and it's up there on a shelf. And it has her fingerprints in it, so it's near and dear to my heart. How tall are the poured ghosts? About 3 1/4. She got a boo-boo. She did. She fell off. Okay, so we're going to make ghosts like this with the clay. So what you want to do is you get your aluminum foil. And like I said, I go to the Dollar Tree and I get the cheap. I don't use this expensive stuff, but I didn't know if I would have enough. So I told my husband, I said, I'm taking the roll outside. I may not need it, but I'm taking it in case because I don't know how much is left on there. And I didn't feel like going to Dollar Tree today, so I just said, I'm just going to use what we got. So here we go. All right, so I'm going to try to, you just kind of basically want to form your aluminum foil to, you know, whatever shape it is that you're wanting to do. You just bought the mold for the ghost. I know, they're so fun. I'm going to pour some in my dotting workshop on the last lesson, which is Saturday. Okay, so now I kind of started making a hole in the top. So it's got to have a hole in its head because I'm going to put, I've got like bunches of little bitty flowers, but you know, we can't finish it till next week. So, I'm going to make a hole of some sort. That works really good, don't it? Okay. Y'all don't talk about my ghost. Let's not run the bus off into the ditch, okay? I just thought about that. We're going to keep it all clean. Gotta fix this right here is driving me drinking right here. This is a hot mess, but it's from Beware. Yes, you can't order online anymore. Like, I got a hole right here, like a dent, so I'm kind of just piecing it. Oh, you could put the beaded flowers in the top. Oh, I could. That would look so cute. That's a great idea. Oh my gosh. I didn't think of that. Okay. So why is that not? That's not going to stay, so I got to have something to hook my little... See, it's got like a hole, so I'm trying to fix it. Run the bus? I know. Well, Mandy, y'all know, when I get this air dry clay out, and I have to start making shapes with it, it starts getting anything funny. I don't know why they went to just in person at their warehouse in Ohio. It's a family-run business, and I don't know why they didn't do online. I don't know. Hey, Bonnie. Look at y'all laughing faces. Okay, so this is basically my ghost shape, okay? And these things are one of a kind, so when you make these, and like let's say you sell them at a craft show, you can tell people these are one of a kind because you're not going to be able to make two the same. Hey, Cecilia. Okay, so then you're going to take your clay, like a flower crown. You could do that too. You could just basically put little holes before it dries so you can poke flower, or you can glue flowers to it. I mean, you could glue flowers to these. So it's whatever you want to do. It turns into Lee after dark. Yeah, it turns into me after dark. Okay, so I got my clay. You want to have, I have a little bit of water because you're going to need it. Okay. And this is my wet rag that I get to bathe with when I'm done. Okay. The mold at Michael's is orange. It's really bright orange. I guess it still is this year. I don't know. I haven't looked. I haven't seen it. I got mine last year. Okay. So this is my fancy, real expensive rolling pin that I have. Okay. It's probably salsa jar or something. That's hysterical. Anyway, and so that's my rolling pin. Okay. So I roll my clay out. You don't want it to be super, super thin, but because you want to cover all of this without the tinfoil sticking through. So you don't want to roll it super thin, but you don't want it super thick either. Because this stuff does take maybe a day overnight, maybe a whole good 24 hours to get dry. But I told y'all a while ago that the Walmart clay I had nightmares about because I made these for people way before I started a page. I used to make these for people, and I had people who commissioned me to make some, and then I would put them in my booth at where I had a booth, and then people would say, hey, can you make me this, this, and this? And so I took orders for them. Well, I had an order for several different gnomes, different colors, and I made them. I ran out of clay, so I ran to Walmart, got me some of their clay. I thought, well, it's got to be fine. It's got to be okay, right? No. I made those gnomes, and I came in, and they had huge cracks where the clay had cracked when it dried, and I thought I could cry. But I just tried to fix the clay as best I could with like caulk and stuff and filled the holes, and then they were just my own personal ones. And then I had to buy the clay, go to Hobby Lobby, buy the clay, and make them again. So, you know, some people have used Model Magic. I've never used it. Okay, no, Lisa, the foil stays in there. This has foil on the inside. It stays in there. Okay, so that's about, I mean, I feel like I might go a little bit thinner. Maybe a 1/4 inch, maybe not quite a 1/4 inch, but you just want it enough to where, you know, you're gonna, it's not gonna poke through the tinfoil. Anyway, but this is my fancy dancy. This is why you don't throw jars away. It stays in my little box where all my clay is. All right, so I'm going to, so you want to cover your piece, okay? So see, I'm trying to leave some space at the top because I still got to cover the top even though I want that hole there. All right, so I'm gonna get the clay to meet, and then I'm just tearing off what I need, okay? What I don't need. So then, see the bottom. I'm going to tear off about that far from the bottom because I want to cover the bottom. I want the whole thing to be covered. Let's see. Okay. Now, where the water comes in is we've got to make that seam go away. This stuff is very forgiving, although it's drying as we speak. So I just get my fingers in my little finger ball of water. Why not wrap from top down like that? I don't know. I just thought it was easier because, see, I want this hole to be here, in the top. So yeah, if you wanted your head to not have a hole in it, you definitely could do it the other way. Down, you know, cover the thing and then try. But it's going to wrinkle, and then you got to get the wrinkles out. Okay, so I'm going to tear some of this off. So see, you don't really use as much as you think you are because we have the foil there. Okay, y'all don't get ugly about me. Yeah, you could cover it like a blanket if you weren't going to put the hole in his head like I am. Because like somebody said, I'm going to put some little flowers in. I might put my little beaded flowers in there. Oh, it's okay, Sherry. I've been talking and running my mouth a lot, so you didn't miss a whole lot. So I'm just using that because, you know, I made a hole in my foil. And so I'm just doing that. So what you need the water for is, see all those little lines and creases? If you wet your fingers and you just keep kind of smoothing this out, you just kind of, and see that seam on the back? You'll see it'll start just kind of, it'll start melding together, and you're kind of making that clay go together. Hey, Carolyn! As long as you've taken the workshop in the class. Yes. If we just started. Okay. I'm reading. So see, my seam is gone. You can't even really tell where it was. Okay. So now I'm just going to sit here and kind of smooth out all the lumps and the bumps and all that stuff because I want him to look smooth like a ghost. So I'm just sitting here and using that water, but I'm making sure my little hole is up there. That's my little vase. Like a little vase is what I'm making for a few of my beaded flowers. Aw. Okay, so now I got to deal with this glob at the bottom. Annette, I will when I get done with this because now my hands are going to be all gross. Oh, Debbie, that would be a good idea. Use that big dotting thing. Okay. So I kind of flanged out the bottom of the foil, but I'm probably going to do more so with the clay as well, just to make it a little more, look a little bit better. So the foil is just kind of like your guide. Robin, the bead kits went on sale at 7 o'clock tonight, and they sold out in 5 minutes. But I'm making more now because I'm just like, what? Okay. All right. So I want him to look good, so y'all bear with me. You can kind of see where the foil ends and my ghost kind of starts. But see the bottom? I've kind of smoothed all that out to where you can't even tell anymore. Yeah, that's what those ball tools are for. Okay. Definitely could do that. Now. And you'll look around and you'll go, how did I get a fingernail mark in it? Like, I don't know what I did. You know, it's an issue. So you just have to sit here and keep smoothing it out and get all your bumps. Of course, sheets aren't perfect either, you know. All right, so I think He's stuck to the table. I think I'm good until I look in the camera and he looks. Let me see, where's the front going to be? Doesn't really matter. All right. So, now, at this point, I could, like, this is a clay tool, but it's a dotty tool. I know, Debbie. I was just like, what? Now, you could come in here and we could kind of make some little lines for his little sheet. Not knowing if I'm that happy about that. You could pleat it with your fingers and make little pleats. But I think I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I don't think I'm going to do any of that. So tonight y'all aren't going to get to see anything fantastical because he's got to dry. And no, I didn't make one ahead of time. Jan, I talked a whole lot in the beginning, so I'm going to make another one, so don't worry. But the main thing is you just want to make sure that how you want it is how you want it to be before you walk off and leave it. Because it's going to start drying. And like before the live's over, y'all are going to get to see the difference in the color because it's going to turn white on the outside. But it's got to dry all the way through. So depending on how thick your clay is as to how long it takes to dry. I usually let mine dry 24 hours before I paint it. Yes, I just did this yesterday. I took the fabric out and I changed my sign so it's back. It's really backwards because Facebook doesn't let us flip the camera, as you can tell. So this sign is actually backwards in real life, and then the way y'all are seeing it, it looks right. Vicky, I could dot on him. I probably would just paint him white, and we're going to do that probably maybe Monday night. We'll paint these and put their eyes on them, and I'm going to show you the flowers and all that stuff. Because the ones I saw in this magazine, they were of course, they were taller. But I don't need anything that tall. Like, these will probably go on my tier tray in my house or just here and there. I don't know. And probably could be back here. Okay, so that's my ghost. I love this clay, y'all. I'm telling you. You can make anything. My famous story about using the clay for stuff that you need is I needed some little eggs, some little bird eggs to go in a nest at some point. I don't remember what it was for. And I didn't have the right size to the scale of my nest. So I got my clay out and I rolled me some little eggs and let them dry, and then I painted them. So there he is, okay? Wow. Anyway, but this is so fun. So you can have you a whole little ghost family. But I want to make a pumpkin and make a bigger hole in the top. And because I want to put flowers coming out of it. I'm just, you know, playing. Why buy it when you can make it with, y'all see this? It's like I'm waving a flag. Hey! Look at that. Do y'all see all that? Where it's, you know, it starts doing that and then you can't fix it. Hey, Mary. Rhea, I'm jealous. I would love to do pottery or just ceramics, you know, and like there's a place close to us. Y'all like my flag I was waving? There's a place close to us that you can go in and paint the piece, the bisque or whatever it is that they already have, and you paint it and then they fire it and finish it for you and you come back and pick it up. Here you go, Lori. I don't mind showing you. If somebody asks me once or they ask me 15 times, I promise you I'll show you. So I get it at Hobby Lobby. This was $12.99. It's on sale this week, somebody said. Nancy, it's kind of folded in the hole, but it's not all the way down in the hole. So, and I made the hole, I cut it with this, my little knife, and then I just kind of made the hole like I wanted it with this, and then I just kind of pushed the clay down in there, but it's not all the way. So yes, I want to do that, Mandy. I do want to do it. I've been saying I want to do it, and I want to dot a piece. Okay, look at this. Now, see this Hot Mess Express? This stuff is so thin, I promise you. Y'all know if you've ever gotten it. It's very expensive. Yes, it is. This place already has like the little, y'all probably have somewhere like that. Yes, Monica. See, it's really cool. And they fire it for you. Y'all see, look. Do y'all see all those lines? That's where it's like, Ain't nobody got time for that. This is my box in the house. So we have, okay, we buy this at Sam's, Members Mark. We write the date. This is how corny we are. We write the date right here of when we open the box, just so we can see how long it lasts us. So we bought this box and opened it on April the 29th of this year. And this is September 18th. And so it's lasted us that long. So it's like, it's worth it if you know, to get, this is the heavy duty aluminum foil. So we buy this big box, and like, we like to see how long it lasts. Cause you know, you spend, and don't ask me how much it is, cause I don't even know. It's been that long, I don't remember. Just to see if it's worth your while to buy something that big. Uh-oh, your propane tank ran out. Okay, sorry. Here's what I made. I made this cute little ghost. It's got clay on it. I'm going to let it dry. You do that on a bunch of stuff. Good, I'm not the only one that's a weirdo. I know y'all probably looking at that going, wonder why she's got that date written on. You date everything. That's just cool. I mean, because here we are. It's almost the end of September. So this has lasted us, what, 5 months? My legs are stuck to my chair. So, I mean, you just kind of want to know, is this like, and I mean, we still have, it'll be a year. I mean, honestly, this will last, because I mean, it's still got about that much on the roll. So, yeah, it won't be that price now anyway. You're exactly right. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more. I ain't dealing with that Dollar Tree mess over there. All right, let's put this back. So I'm gonna try to make a pumpkin, which, you know, pumpkins are easy. They're just round. Saran plastic wholesale club. So, Erlene, that's what I get. That's what all of my stuff is wrapped in, is 3,000 and something feet of that saran wrap. That's what I wrap all the pieces in. Or Dorothy does. Yeah, them light bulbs don't last no 5-10 years. I can tell you that. Because I've already, you can ask Dorothy, I've already had to replace these in here, and they're LEDs. And I've had to replace them. So, that's a lie. Like the Maury Povich show. That's a lie. The DNA results determined that was a lie. Okay. Just to prove a point to your husband how much we save. Yes. It's been wonky for you. It was wonky the other night. It kept freezing up on everybody. Okay. So here is Lumpy Dumpy the pumpkin, because obviously. But you can sit here and roll it on the table. You know, try to get it pumpkin shaped. Okay, it helps to do that. But, you know, he's going to be lumpy dumpy. But see, this is what the clay does. It turns white, and so that's all on my hands that's dry. But, so yeah. Her mom even dates the toilet paper so she can rotate and use the oldest first. The oldest first? It's toilet paper. My outdoor one is currently year 9 years, but it's dusk to dawn light. Oh, okay. I'm glad to know y'all are having better luck with the LEDs. Okay, so you can just kind of roll this on the table and just kind of mash it. But, you know, pumpkins aren't perfect either. And the lie detector test determined that was a lie. The DNA results determined you are the father. that's I don't even know. That show, it used to be on at work when we would go eat lunch, and it would be on the TV, and we would be like sucked into watching it. Okay, Candy, I'm not making a stem, okay? Because there's going to be a hole in the top where flowers can go in, little flowers can go in. So there's not going to be a stem. So if y'all don't know about the stems for my pumpkins, it's hilarious. But you can go to YouTube and you can watch those videos of when I do the pumpkin jar, and we'll do one. Maybe we'll do it next week too. We have, you know, the stem is pretty good size depending on what kind of jar you use. So I have to make the stem, and that is, we can get off the rails really fast making stems. Okay. All right. So here we go. Y'all know. So go watch that video and you'll see. You won't be able to see the comments, but you'll be able to hear me talking about it. And I do that craft every single year. So I've got several years worth. But you know, something else too, this clay is good for it. Like if you know how you buy those, you know how you buy like a pumpkin at the store? Like this is just a paper mache one, okay? And you need to make the stem bigger. And you can take this one off. Literally it will come off. And you can make you a realistic stem on your pumpkins. Because some of them have stems that are like that. And it's like, no. You remember last year's stems. Brenda still ain't got over that one. It's X-rated. Anyway, but I'm going to do the jars too. I haven't got my jars yet, but I'm sure I'll be cooking some spaghetti or something soon. All right, I may have to get some clay out of my new packs, but I'm going to try not to. See if I can't cover this. All right. I'm trying to get him to look. Now he looks like Spookly. He looks square. He looks square. You were having a nap? True, it's late to be taking a nap. I remember that one. Glad I had the pins on, yes. And every year, it's the same exact thing. The first light bulbs are still burning. Westinghouse Company changed the bulbs. Annette's like, we like the long stems. Okay, I'm going to try to make this look a pumpkin. So this one, I will cover this way. For some reason, I just thought that was going to be easier to do it the way I did it. Because I do the gnomes the same way. And floral wire and embroidery flat, something. I saw something. Oh, I got to cut the hole. Yeah, that was hilarious. I mean, we laughed. Okay. So I'm going to cut a hole. I'm going to attempt to without... I'm going to make a pretty good size hole. Just move your fingers. See if I can... Nobody's going to the ER. Mini stems. It was funny. Okay. Like Shani said the other day, I was trying to get I'm going to show you. If y'all didn't see my epic fail pumpkin, I'm going to show him to you. He's not a fail, but I'm just not doing him on live. I'm probably not doing another one. It's probably the only one. She was like, I was trying to get the pumpkin off of the cement. You know, the thing off the pumpkin, the plastic off. And she was like, somebody's going to the ER. I can feel it. I'm like, nobody's going to the ER. stems. Was a small gourd. It was cute. Mom, oh Lord. Okay, so there is the hole that I made in my tinfoil. Here is the pumpkin. So I took a little pumpkin of the plastic ones, you know, the little buckets. This is the small one. And I got the bright idea that I was gonna, because you see the big ones people make, and I'm like, there's no way I can have the big ones because they're too heavy. Where would you store them, right? Because, you know, they'd be this big. They'd weigh 20 pounds. This one is shiny. They're shiny. She's like, terrible. So I had 4 pumpkins. I was like, you know, I was ready to do it. And so I said, I mixed up my stuff, and it's 4 cups of stuff to 1 cup of water. And it made this. And then maybe a little extra that I poured into something else. And so I took it said to spray the inside of your plastic pumpkin with oil or cooking spray. So I did that. And I took a paint bottle, you know, little paint bottle, and I wrapped it with saran wrap. I didn't spray it, I forgot. I put it down in the middle of my pumpkin and poured all the concrete. So there it is. So then this bottle would not come out. It sets up in, you can demold it in 15 minutes. So I waited longer than that, but I had to take the bottle off the paint, pour the paint out, wash the bottle out, cut it off with the X-Acto knife. So now I have a nice little well in there. But to get that pumpkin, it's so thick. The little ones are thicker. And it's like, you know, Shani, it took me a good probably 20 minutes to get that plastic off. She goes, how are you going to do this on a live? I said, I'm not. I'm not doing this ever again. This is the one and only that I will do. It will get painted, but I'm not doing that again. So the other 3 are on my porch in a bag. I got to wash them because they're still coated in oil. And I was cutting that thing off, trying to... Oh, she's like, somebody's going to the ER. Somebody's going to the ER. You're going to have to go to the ER. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. See, now I'm gonna have another piece to cover this. Let's do it this way. Somebody's out there going, do it from the underside. Dixie, I have a bowl that I use just for that. I can already tell I gotta have more clay. He almost cut his little finger. Oh my goodness. So I work with these every single day, and so I'm very careful. I respect it, so I don't. It will be a collector's item. Somebody asked me something. I was trying to answer it. What is the casting you use on the pumpkin? It is called Cement All. You can get it at, so it's Cement, C-E-M-E-N-T, Cement All. It's in a box. So it's inside the store. I think I got mine at Home Depot. So now I got little pieces of aluminum foil stuck to my clay. But I gotta have more because it's not gonna cover it. So anyway, anyway, it's a box. I'll show you. It's really heavy though. It's a box, and it's for molding. It's for different, you know, industrial things, but it is for molds. So, what am I doing, y'all? Just do this. Oh, it's gonna be a pumpkin. This is my ghost. So, see, I got a fingernail mark in him. I'm trying to smooth that out. You'll look around, you go, how in the world did I get my fingernail on there? Okay, see, he's got a hole because I'm going to put flowers in him. Did you check the date on the clay? Must use older one first. No, I don't know if there is a date. I don't know. They're sealed, so it's dermatologically tested too. It says on the side of the package. Yeah, those ghosts, yes, that's the same thing. But this is air dry clay. But yeah, those ghosts that I pour and I dot, that is the cement all. Okay, let me get going again. My real expensive rolling pin. It's one of a kind too. Look at it. I've been using this same jar for years. It just goes in my little box where all my clay and my stuff is, my cookie cutters and all of that stuff. Because you can cut out ornaments with this clay and let your kids paint them, your grandkids paint them. You can do all kinds of stuff with this clay. It is a lot of fun. You know, and if you've got grandkids or you keep your grandkids or your kids or whoever, you can have a block of this on hand, and then one rainy day when they're bored to death, you break them out and start making stuff. The finish heavier than the casting in the bag. I don't know. This is pretty heavy though. I mean, I think I weighed it the other night and I couldn't remember. I don't remember how much it weighed, but it's a couple of pounds at least. Okay. So where's my pumpkin? This is my little spookly. All right. Yeah, now we're cooking with grease. Now see, this is going to be the part where it's going to crease up when you try to put, you know, you're putting something on there round. But we can cut off. See, I'm not going to need all of this. So see, husband introduced his thumb to the table saw. Seen many people like that working in orthopedics. Saws make me nervous. Hey, Nori. Now, you will get air trapped between your tinfoil and your clay, and you kind of just have to work it out. You'll feel it. You'll feel like a little air pocket. That gumball machine, I got that on one. Well, actually, I got it from my accountant. She was getting rid of a bunch of stuff and sold me that gumball machine. I was like, yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. Look, I kind of like the way that looks. It looks like a pumpkin, don't it? Anyway. It kind of looks like an apple. Maybe I can, look at that side. It looks like that's where it was laying in the patch. So that's what your water's for. But I think I'm going to put some more on the side to make it, beef it up maybe on the side. Okay. Cement. Here he is. Does that say funny when I say cement? Cement. I'll show y'all in a minute what the box looks like. So no stem on my pumpkin. Y'all can't make fun of my stem. See, you're not even going to see the top because it's going to have flowers on it, in it. Yes, I put they're like big pearls, but they're beads in there. And I'm like, that is not even enough. But these are beads that my dotting members sent to me. And they dotted those and I put them in there. And then when I get a whole bunch, I'll put them in there. I'll take those out. Yes, I'm going to, Peggy, I'm going to put the lines on it so it won't look like an apple. But see how I'm just taking that piece I added. And I can just sit here and like smooth out. But see, I got an air pocket. Kind of have to push the air out. Kind of have to burp it a little bit. Because the air gets trapped under there. And anyway, I kind of cleaned up today and put some stuff where it goes. Because that's my biggest problem out here. In my house, I'm not that way. Like, if I use something, I put it back. But out here, it's like sometimes I'm in a hurry and I go to grab something and I use it and then I set it down. And that's my problem out here. So sometimes I just have to stop and put everything up where it needs to go and then reorganize my stuff. And because fourth quarter is about to start in about not even 2 weeks, I think. And I will be busy until Christmas. To your cat I had on the wall. He's right here. He's hanging on the end of this shelf right here. I need to put him back, I guess. Yes, they do have the gumball machines. They're all clear. I had my hands on one today. So, but you can paint them, you know, paint the bottom and paint the lid. But now the Christmas, they used to put the red ones out at Christmas too. Now, I don't know if they have them anymore, but they used to. All right. Y'all like, she is rubbing the heck out of that pumpkin. Okay. Trying to get it, those seams gone. It's just fun. I like to work with this clay. I just you're making something out of nothing. You know, there was nothing here a minute ago, and now I've got a pumpkin. Now, if you wanted to make this solid clay, you could, but your clay's not going to go as far. Does that make, I mean, you know, that kind of makes sense. You're saving on your clay, basically, and using aluminum foil, which, like I said, that's why I get the Dollar Tree kind, because it's really cheap, and you're not paying, you know, $10 for a roll of aluminum foil. And plus, the thicker the clay, the longer it's going to take to dry. Okay, so here is my pumpkin. There's my hole. I'm probably going to wish I had made the hole bigger, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to make it work. So, like, tomorrow, this thing will be solid and dry. Maybe I can find a time this weekend to come live and paint it and do all that. So now, once you get it like you want it, you know, I only knew until recently that there's a piece of tape back here that you're supposed to use, kind of like the cookies, the Oreo cookies. You know, Lee doesn't pay attention to any of that. I'm just going to rip the package right on open. And, but you see, how, I mean, I used some of that, the rest I had, but then I put this back. So, you know, this will go a long way. So I'm going to put it back in here because it is drying. And I'm going to try to get all the air out. So that's how I store mine after it gets opened. Okay, so I'm going to try to make little lines. I've made pumpkins before. But the interesting part is you have to kind of watch your fingers, because then you'll go back over and mash it back down and you're like, what? Just did that. Okay. So yeah, so somebody said the clay is on sale at Hobby Lobby, so it don't rotate like the rest of the stuff. At least, and I sound like cornbread. I'll show y'all the cement in a little bit when I get finished. Okay. So I'm just drawing these, you know, what are they called? Ribs? Is that what they're called? I actually use my food saver to get the air out. Jane, you are an overachiever. Jane does her food saver on her clay. That's smart though, because if you have a hole in your Ziploc bag, that's kind of why I roll mine up. Okay, so I'm just sort of going back over my and they're not straight, but I don't want them to be. I kind of want them to be a little bumpily. So we're going to see what this is going to look like. Now, whether I'll paint a face on it, I don't know. So now that's going to dry. Okay. And then that's going to dry. Night, Donna. Get you some rest. Okay. So I'm going to set them aside. I think I'm gonna do one more. I want to do another ghost. Let's do another ghost. I can't have just one. Can't have just one. Nori, I'm gonna do it like a little vase. Put flowers. I saw an example. Look at my hands, y'all. So that's all dried and like it's all dried on my hands. It feels so weird. Oh, looky here, looky here. I make these too, look. My little mouse, his little tail. What has happened to his tail? He's been in a little fight or something. What has happened, dude? Why's your tail look like that? I have a bunch of little mice. But anyway, you're trying this. It's so fun. Okay, so let's see. I may have to get some more. A top Sherry. Really? No. Did you see what Sherry said? She's trying to get me in trouble. I am not buying it. Right, Jane? Hey, I don't blame you. If I had this in my house, I probably would do the same thing. The mouse is easy. Okay. It's going to be about the same size. Hold on. All right. Whee! Okay. Yes, Melissa, this is from in my house. And I bought it, we opened it April the 29th because we dated it. We want to see how long it lasts. It's from Sam's. So normally I use the Dollar Tree. I don't even know where the box went. I threw the roll over here because it made me mad, but it wasn't much. The mouse chewed on it. There wasn't any much left on the roll, and it was like, you know how it does when it tears and then you're only doing part of it, and so I threw it over there. So I had brought this out here for backup. Oh, go girl, you can do it. I am not making a tall, skinny ghost. Y'all are trying to, I know, y'all are trying to get me in trouble. Okay. So look, this one's going to be taller. So it's going to take more clay. You can make him taller. I am, Jane. I'm going to make him taller. Yeah. Barb, see what she did there, right? I know, I'm not crazy. But he is going to be taller. Oh, not because Sherry said so. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. Okay, see, he's going to be... Lori, yes, I see you. I saw that one. Okay. So, like I said, kind of roll it on the table and get it, you know, compressed. Home Depot and got the shims to make the candy corn. Yay, Vicky! Got her some shims. Y'all make fun of the way I say that too? Shims. Y'all say, I guess y'all say shims. Shims? Shim, shimmery, shim, shimmery, shim. Y'all just don't know what goes on in my brain. All kinds of craziness goes on. I taught y'all the 1, 2, 3 song the other day. 1, 2, 3. I cannot make the hole. What's happening? It's like, oh, air dry. So Heather, does that work really good? Hold, please. Sherry, I know Sherry has stole the keys to the bus. She's trying to crank it up and pick everybody up. She's letting it warm up. I'm determined. Now, you can't beat me. Ah! It worked so good a minute ago. Why is it not working? I know y'all are like, oh my gosh, she's going to cut herself any moment now. Hey, Vicky, you're okay? I'm making my second ghost and it's not going well. determined. All right, now I'm just using it to the cat clock. It's over here. It's over here. Okay. There's making the hole. I'm gonna fix it. Yes, okay. You're gonna use it to make ornaments. I got you. So you just use your cookie cutters and cut it out, right? I mean, you could do it with this too. Hold on, I gotta get another bit of tea. Yeah, the foil is thicker, that's right. But the pumpkin one did good, I thought. I gotta put me some more up here at the top. I don't laugh. Okay. That might not work. He's gonna have a lump on the side. Yeah, I'm careful. I'm being careful, y'all. Okay, now I gotta squish it all down again. Okay. No, it's not. See, he is kind of the same size, but once with the clay on, it's gonna add some too. Yeah, your daughter will be making stuff, but you can make ornaments that she can paint. It's just fun. I mean, you'll be using that clay for other stuff. You'll be like, oh, I need some eggs for this little nest. I think I'll make me some eggs. This is a wire wrapper thing. You put the wire in that slit, and then that's what that is. If y'all wondering what this gadget is, had it for ever and ever and ever. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Looks like a little volcano. He's gonna be a little taller. Maybe add a wood rod, keep the opening open before doing the fold. Maybe so. I mean, I could, yeah. I did, Dawn, in like 5 minutes. But I'll be making more. The ghost mold I got at Michael's, and it's not even out here where I would show it to you. It's orange. But I'm showing you right now how to make them without that. A quilling tool, yeah, it kind of is, but it's for wire. Looks homemade, don't it? All right. A little bit more. I can always put it back. Step away from the sharp objects. I know, Tina. I deal with these all day, every day. So, not all day, but a good part of the day. Okay. Let's get it rolling with my expensive rolling pin. So, this is going to give him a little height, too. Okay. It's too thick. All right. Oh, a piece of it came off. No, Brenda, it's all wrapped up in there. Nope. This has got aluminum foil in it too. It just saves you from using so much of the clay, and plus the thicker it is, the longer it's going to take to dry. I thought it said on here, maybe it don't. It's in Italian and all these other, because this is made in Italy, I think. Yes, made in Italy. It's in French or in Italian, whatever. I don't know. So I can't see what it says because I don't see any English on there. Okay, so see, I'm just folding it under. Great to make curls for the pumpkins. Yes, with wire, absolutely. Okay, now I'm making my volcano. It's a volcano, y'all. Nothing else. Nothing to see. So yeah, I did mash clay down in there that time. See, you can still see the aluminum foil. Hey, Lisa. So now, just taking my little leftovers and pinching all this off, and I'm just gonna make it. He's kind of fat. Just trying to cover the whole thing. Where's my... Alright. So we gotta cover, we'll cover the jar. We gotta do that. I guess we need to make Christmas ornaments again. That'd be fun. I like to make the ornaments. Better hope it doesn't erupt. Sherry! Sherry! Here she goes, y'all. She done cranked the bus, and she is driving down the highway in it. She's looking for passengers. Jane, I'm making air dry clay ghost and pumpkins, and they have a hole in the top, and we're gonna finish them next week. And I'm gonna put little flower arrangements in the top. Right now, I'm just still I'm fighting with this one because he's giving me trouble. Jody's like, I'm dead. I'm dead. So funny. Y'all are funny. Look, nobody's biting. Nobody's getting on the bus. Sherry is spicy. She is, Melissa. She's trying to... She's revving the engine on the bus. Y'all come get on the fun bus. Okay. I can't make his... I'm trying to make the clay kind of... do that at the bottom. Jane. That went off the rails quickly now, didn't it? Dixie, she's been waiting for the best time, and then I stepped right into it and said it looked like a volcano. I'm trying to... He's got a fat lump on his side, y'all. I can't fix it. He's going to be Lumpy Dumpy Ghost or something. All right. At least this wasn't the first one. First one, he looks pretty good. This one is kind of looking like an R-rated. Jane, look at Jane with her little bus emojis. Oh my gosh. Y'all know, like, and y'all were like, oh, it's so funny. And then when y'all made stems for your pumpkins out of the clay, Lori, she rubbed it the wrong way. Delphia? When y'all tried to make the stems for y'all's pumpkins after y'all saw me do it, y'all were totally understanding of how hard it was to make the stems and try to do it in a PG manner. Tim's, y'all are getting on the bus. Nancy's like, put your fingers. Stop. I'm sorry. But yeah, it would be easy to do this with nobody was watching. But you're trying to make it PG. Don't feed into the comments. It might be a little wart. Well, ghosts have warts? Okay, I'm going to leave him alone. Now, I could, like, he's stuck to the table. I could, like, make his little eyes, if you wanted to. Like, I could, don't look too bad. This is going to be the front. I got to fix it. Okay. That don't look bad at all. Look. Hold on. I'll show y'all. I just took my finger and make a little impression in the clay and make his... Oh, look at his little eyes. don't look bad. To get rid of my fingernail mark, but other than that, it don't look bad, does it? I just have to paint it. Okay. It's a ghost. All right. So see, you're not going to see the top. You're not going to see that once I put little flowers in it. It's going to be really cute, I'm telling you. The ones I saw in that magazine were so cute, and I was like, I can make that. I'm going to make those. Since this table is wet, he's like sticking. Isn't he cute? He has eyebrows. Okay, I can make him some eyebrows. He has eyebrows now. But I can smooth them back out. He don't need eyebrows. Okay. I might have to make him some glasses. Wouldn't that be cute? You like it better with the face? Well, I can paint whatever face I want to on that one, so I'm just kind of do a little different. Because I can make that one a girl and put like a line and make little eyelashes. Hey, Susan, you're not watching the replay. You're watching it live, girl. What big eyes you have. It looks cool, doesn't it? And I just did that like with my, the tip of my finger. I just kind of did that. Okay. All right, so now the hard part about this is waiting for these things to dry. Like this one has already kind of started. It's kind of turning white. I know y'all can probably see a little bit how it looks white, but after it, like tomorrow when I get up in the morning, I'll come out here and I will like turn it on its side, because then the bottom needs to dry, because it's been sitting on the bottom, so that won't dry because it's not getting any air. You like this one? I do too. Well, I can put eyes on that one if y'all really want me to. I think it would look better if I did that. This one? Ah! I still can. There's a mark on him. You live tomorrow night to paint them. Tomorrow night I have a Whatnot show. I may try to find a time this weekend to come live and paint them, or if not, I'll do it Monday night. Okay. And I'm probably going to paint him at the same time. I need to. No, I'll just paint it right with acrylic paint, craft paint. All right, so should I put eyes on this one? See this little, it's got like a little ball tip. It's a dotting tool basically, but they make these for clay. And I can make his little, because my finger would probably be a little too big for that one. Makes it 3D looking. Okay. Then me just painting on the eyes. This really looks cool because I did these a little bit deeper. Because I have this handy dandy tool here. You don't go too deep though, because you'll hit that aluminum foil and you're like, oh no. And then I'll just have to paint on black. Joan, I'm doing beads tomorrow night. Okay. And I have bunches of new ones. I may just make more ghosts over my little pumpkin and do ghost pumpkins. Oh, yes, you could take that, yes. I think I remember that, Melissa, where you draped the clay over the pumpkin and made the pumpkin ghost. Yes, you definitely could do that on the big ghost puddles at the bottom. I know, I tried my best to try to make him, and I just couldn't. I didn't have enough clay. Okay. You're going to be on tomorrow night. On what night? Yes. Make his mouth. So y'all like it better with the face. I'm not even going to say it. What I was thinking. Y'all like that better? Yep, you could use beads for the eyes. You could paint them on. Okay. What big eyes you have, my dear. Isn't it cute? What are focals? Focals are like the little, like a bead that's the focal of the pen. Like you have little beads and then you have one in the middle that's like the main focal point of your pen. That's what they call them. Make a clay snake to put around the bottom. Brenda is trying to get me in trouble. I'm flanging him out. I'm trying. Okay. He's looking better. Oh, he looks sweet. I know it. I think it does look better with his face than painting it on. And I just used my little, this little tool, you know, and Dollar Tree has those little pink and white ones. I don't even know where that one of mine is. I have lost it. But I think I have more somewhere. Okay. Now his little face doesn't look, okay, so I made him a little, he's got little at the bottom. Oh, yeah, you could push the beads in the clay. See, I'm trying to... Oh, gosh, I just made them huge. Whoa, now, Nelly. Trying to figure something out. To make his a little more deep set, I guess. Yeah, you could paint the eyes. That's what I was going to do on this one, but then y'all were like, oh no, that you need I like the one with the face, so then I'm doing this one with the face. I'm working on it. The buttons, yeah, it would be harder to paint after that, for sure. But now they are white when you finish, but they're like a chalky white. So I like to paint them and kind of seal them. This one's not turning out like I want it to, but I'm trying. Like you can get one and then you got to make them look the same, and that's not fun. Use the other end of the dotting tool. Perfect. Kind of rounded. Look at there. We're so smart. I get the expert advice. Okay. does look better being deeper set like that. It looks a lot better. You watching the Valentine? The medium plastic pumpkin that she used the cement in. The one that I did this in, Walmart, they had like a whole bin full of the little ones, and then they have the big ones too. But I wanted to do the little ones because I see people making those big concrete ones, but then you gotta store them boogers. Spooky trees from the Wizard of Oz. Oh yeah, the little, you could get some greenery or those black glittery things from Dollar Tree too, and that would look kind of cool. All right, I'm making his little skirt down here. All right, I think I need to leave him alone now. There's his face. I see something I don't like though. Oh, glow-in-the-dark beads for his eyes. That would be really cool. Oh, I just made his eye smaller. All right. We're leaving him alone. Every time I look at it in the camera, though, I see something I don't like. Okay. I don't like, see how this looks right here? I don't like, yeah, I'll probably just paint him white, and then I'll fill in his eyes with black. And then I'm going to put little flowers in it, though. We might put some little gray in there to make little lines. Yeah, you could put a candle in there. You could make this like for the tapered candles, and then you can make candle holders. So you can make all kinds of stuff. You really like this one. All right, let me get that down in there. I want that hole to be as big as I can make it because I want to put my little flowers in there. It's going to be cute. I'm telling you, the ones I saw in that magazine, I was like, oh, that's so cute. All right, I'm leaving him alone. This is where he's going to sit till tomorrow. This back. See, I roll this down or whatever, and then I put it in my bag. And I try to get all the air out. And then that's how I seal it up. 10 big pumpkins in concrete and then painted their eyes in it. Oh, I bet those look good, Dad. But where do you store them things out? They're huge and they're heavy. Because this one right here is heavy. So let me show y'all the box of the cement stuff that I use to make. Let me take this off. Get this off first. So let me say this. If you're going to use this cement stuff, do not pour anything or rinse your bowl out or anything down your drain, okay? So what I do when I finish with pouring my stuff is I take paper towels and I pour it out in the trash, whatever's left. If there's any left, I pour a little bit in the trash. And then I take paper towels and I go around my bowl. I wipe my spoon or whatever I'm stirring with. I wipe it off. And then I wet paper towels and I try to get it out as much as I can. But the bowls and the spoons and stuff you're using are never going to be the same. But this is what they look like when they dry and they come out of the mold. And this is what I use. It's really heavy though, this box. This is a brand new box. I've only used a few cups out of it. Okay, cement all. So I had to have a lot because I made a ton of ghosts. But this is what you can get from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has this. Perfect Cast. But I was going through this so fast that I went to this. So this was $7.49 when I bought this probably last year. And it's in the clay and all that area. I don't know if this goes on sale when the clay goes on sale. I don't know. But it was $7.49 when I bought it. It's made in the USA. But it's called Perfect Cast. And it's 3 parts Perfect Cast, 1 part water. This is 4-to-1, I think. If I remember, we just did it Sunday. Instructions, it says. Instructions. Yes, this is 4-to-1. This is 3-to-1. I like this too, Teresa, but I was going through these bags like it was water. So this is $7.49, and it is, let me see how many ounces it is. This is 4 pounds. This was $17, $18, and it's 25 pounds. So 2 of these would be $15 or so, and it would be 8 pounds. And for $17, $18, I got 25 pounds. So, you know, I had to go through a lot. Larger pumpkins, so they'd still be heavy. Jackie, yes, you could do that. And that's what my intentions were here. But I'm telling you, this is so heavy, even just being this small. But you'll see, you have all this theory of how this is going to go. And then when you get to doing it, it's like, oh no, that's not working. Oh, what are we going to do? Oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the bottom of the pumpkin. Do y'all see how it looks? Because it's plastic and you think it's flat, but see, he sits down and he kind of, y'all can't see. He kind of rocks a little bit just because of the way the plastic pumpkin is. So you feel like you're going to know. Donnie, I don't remember. Somebody on here may chime in and say, what mold did I use? For the ghost, it's a mold. I got it at Michael's, okay? Deb, I don't know if I did. If I did, it's in the dotting group. I don't know if I did or not, but I am doing it in the workshop Saturday, I'm sorry, at 3. So if you're in the dotting membership, you can get in that workshop. That's part of your thing to be able to get in there for free and watch. So I don't know if I did or not, but the thing about the mold, these have to be rounded on the top, right? And the mold is this way. So you've got to set all 6 of them or something in solo cups or a basket to where you can suspend it to where your heads aren't resting on the table and they'll be flat. He made me this. He figured me out a file. So this goes inside of a Dollar Tree basket. It fits. And then each one of my ghosts hang in this so they're not sitting on the table. If that makes any sense. Because they, yes, Melissa, I will. So they will be, you can demold them in 15 minutes. So that's how fast it sets up. You stir this for a minute, and then you pour it, and in 15 minutes you can demold. This one, you demold in 45 minutes. This is 15. So anyway, so I have this handy dandy thing that he can do anything, y'all. I'm telling you, he is amazing. My husband is amazing. I will say. Gosh, that is so heavy. But like I started using that last year. I'm trying to think. I started using the cement all last year? That's my second box. So it lasts me a while. Fred, the flathead ghost, right? I've seen napkins put on them too. Yes, you could put napkins on them. But this stuff is lots of fun from Hobby Lobby because you could pour this in any mold. You know, if you go to the baking section of Hobby Lobby and they have all those little cool little fondant molds, you can use this in there. Make your little trims and stuff to go on different things, and little bears and all those little cooking molds. You can go on Amazon and type in silicone molds and sky's the limit, and then you can just use this in it. So much fun. Okay, so bought the mold yesterday. My husband made me a divider box so that they're all suspended. Yes, Sherry, that's awesome. So yeah, so like you could do, let me show you the basket that I use for my ghost. But here's another idea. Somebody in my group, they put dowels, like they would put the dowels, you know, they put a dowel here, a dowel there, and then they put the mold on the dowels, and then it's hanging down in this basket, and this basket's the perfect height. So you can come up with something like that to do, or you can put like 6 solo cups, and then put your ghost mold down on top so the ghosts are hanging down in the cups. Vicky, you can do it out of full. You can do it, I promise. Look, see, he's already turning kind of white. He's already getting a little dry. So they'll sit here and dry. Yes, you can make rocks with this for Dottie, and that's what we do with it mainly, but I found that mold last year, and I was like hooked on making the ghost. I don't know what that noise was. Anyway, I hit something metal. But yeah, this is fun. Like, this is really fun, this casting. So is the clay. Like, I love all this. So yeah, I'll probably paint this one and see little flowers are gonna go in there. Oh, Tammy. Oh. Paint stick. Okay, so Teresa used a paint stick to support her ghost mold. So yeah, there's different things you can do, and go get you some solo cups or some little ones at the Dollar Tree, and there's 3, and then there's 3, and then you can set it down on top of those cups. Just make sure the cups are tall enough to where they're going to be suspended. Hey, you're fine. We made air dry clay stuff and they're drying, but now we're talking about pouring the ghost. But I love the little ghost. I actually found 2 today when I was going through like my molds and all that stuff, cleaning all that out, straightening it up. And I found 2 today. So Amazon has gotten most ridiculous on a lot of things. They have. Okay, Gayla used that basket, I guess. The basket and the dowels. So you can do it that way. That's what I was going to do, or the solo cups. And my husband was like, let me figure out something to cut you a little thing. And I was like, okay. Yes, the molds that I do the ghost is a silicone mold. So it's really made, that ghost mold, I think, is really made for like ice or something for a party. But it was like out in the Halloween stuff last year. And I came across it and I was like, oh, what if I poured those? That would be fun. Well, Lee, I did it. It wasn't hard at all. Did you? What do I need to buy for the beads I ordered today? Okay, so Hobby Lobby has wire. Hang on. Or you can get your wire. Let me get my little, this is my bead. See, look, my little bead tray goes in here and everything. Hold on. Here it is, wire. Let me find the package. I like to use the 24, or you can use 22 gauge wire. This is $1.79 at Hobby Lobby. It's 24 yards. of wire. That's a lot of little flowers for $1.79. Or you can get on Amazon. But you can use 22 gauge wire or 24 gauge wire. That's what you need for that. And of course you need your little flat nose pliers. They're in my Amazon shop too. Your little cutters and round nose. This whole set is really inexpensive on Amazon, and I bought it just to make sure that it would hold up, and I've made a lot of flowers, but my wire is stuck. Here we go. So this is 20 gauge, and see, 20 gauge is very pliable too. It just needs to be pliable. So 20, 22, 24. So the higher the number, the thinner the wire, okay? So anyway. Oh, back. So these are in the jewelry section, on the section that's called On a Wire. And they're hanging up, and they have all this wire and all that stuff. So that's really it. Now, you can use those too, Harriet. So Harriet said, what about the 70 millimeter head pins? So yes, you can use, you can order them on Amazon too, but you could also use the 70 millimeters, which is 3 inches. These have a ball on them, or you can use the flat head pins. Just call them ball pins or head pins, or whatever, head pins. And these have a ball on them, but you can use those, get on Amazon, but these are 70 millimeters. So you can either get these or you can get the wire. Probably the wire is your cheapest route, and you get a lot of flowers out of it. But anyway, so see, look, my little bead tray goes, I kind of did it that size so it would fit in my container. But I used that when I used my seed beads, that little tray, and it's in my shop. And my needle and the end part of the needle popped off. Okay, I can't see it, Vicky, the rest of it. My little bead spinner's over there. I need to get it out and make some more necklaces, especially when wintertime comes. Because I got some darker beads I'm gonna make some out of. So, but anyway, guys, I'm about to hop off, and I'm gonna let these little dudes dry, and come in here in the morning, and they're gonna be all nice and dry for the most part. But then I'll turn them on their side and let the bottoms dry. So, you know, they'll be dry like tomorrow night, about 24 hours, because it's not very thick. But the thicker the clay, the longer you gotta let it dry. And you'll know, like I can tell it's already starting to dry on the outside because it starts getting white, pasty looking. Good night, Dana. Thank y'all for being here. Good night, Alicia. I'm gonna get off myself and go put on my PJs and wash my face and do all the things. But I will make more bead flower things tomorrow. Chase is gonna come out here tomorrow and help me do stuff. And I'm gonna be like, okay, you get one of these, you get one of these, you get one of these, you get one. And I'll be packing y'all's flower bead kits tomorrow and cutting. Did I show the kits? Oh, the bead kits. So what you, hold on, I'll show, since B asked, I'll show y'all. You get, and when I tell y'all there's a lot of flowers in here, there are so many flowers in this bag right here. I can't even, there's leaves, there's flowers, there's seed beads, there's pearls. There's so many in here that it's crazy. There's big ones at the top, there's little ones, there's tiny ones on the bottom, but there's a lot of flowers in this bag. And then you get, I think this is 20 grams of green seed beads just to get you started. But you can go to, you know, get Hobby Lobby and get size 8. That's what size these are. And these are size 8/0 is what size seed beads these are. Set an alarm just in case I'm busy and I forget. It's automatically set every week. Yeah, Yes, Jean. I'm telling you, get some clay and you will be surprised at what all you think you can make. Yes, the cast. Yes, this is what I started using, but I needed it in a bigger bulk because I was going through these bags super quick because I was making a lot of ghost. So then, and stones to paint to dot. And so then I found out about that stuff, and that's when I went to the other stuff. So it's like, you know, if you're going to do this just for fun and make a few to try, then you start with this. And you can get this on Amazon, I believe. It's just called Perfect Cast, and you see the picture, and you can see the bag. But if you're going to make a lot and you're going to start, you know, selling them or doing whatever with them, then you can go to the cement all. If you think you're going to make a lot, you know. That's what I did. That's the only reason I went to that. But, like, my husband is just always amazed at how pretty and smooth this comes out, which I have to get the air bubbles out. So, you know, I have to jiggle my little ghost while they're, you know, when I pour them. But see how smooth and shiny it comes out? It is very pretty, that cement all. It doesn't come out rough like concrete because of the silicone mold. See, this wasn't a silicone mold, and you'll see what it looks like. It looks like concrete. But that was silicone. It come out just as smooth and pretty. I know, Jean. I know. I'm sorry. Which one is lighter when dried? The Perfect Cast or the cement all? I mean, probably the Perfect Cast, I believe. It's been a while since I did the Perfect Cast. I think it's more of a white, but I'm going to paint it anyway. Night, Kathy. See you Sunday. And if you're in my Dottie membership, I mean, the workshop is tomorrow at 3. No, Saturday at 3. Tomorrow's my whatnot. Last night was my only day off this week, was last night. So I sat around and took me a shower and sat in my pajamas and sorted beads. Amazon Prime. Yes, so Amazon Prime's coming up October 7th and 8th. Yes, go put stuff in your cart and wait and see if it goes down in price. So yeah, Christmas presents. But yeah, wish they kind of did it a little closer to Christmas, but Debbie, they're 15 and you get all of these beads and this. Because some of these beads in here, yes. Can you go to Amazon and buy some of these? Yes, you can. Can you get all of these flowers that I have in here on Amazon? No. And if you did, if you went and bought most of these flowers on Amazon, you have to buy 100 or 200 flowers at a time. So you wouldn't get just this. But like there's a lot in here that you can't get. You can only get them at the Chinese market where I get them. Because I've looked. I've tried. Trust me. Yes. Thank you, Darla. So anyway, I'll see you Saturday and Sunday. So I'll see y'all tomorrow night if you're on the whatnot. And then Saturday if you're in the workshop. And then Sunday if you're in the subscription group. Ooh, Nancy. You would have to go and look because I can't remember. I think this is 6:30. But I'm not 100%. It's either 6 or 6:30 Central Time. Selling trinket trays and pins to help with my sister's bills for her transplant. Oh, Sherry, that is so sweet. I hope you sell a lot of them. I really do. That's fun. I think you will. I mean, if I was somewhere and I saw that cute stuff, I'd be like, oh, I gotta have that. Night, Vicky. So anyway, so I'm gonna hop off. And I will see some of y'all tomorrow night, some of y'all Saturday, some of y'all Sunday, and then Monday. You don't understand how to do whatnot. Hey, Joan, you can just come and watch, and you don't have to bid or anything like that, and just kind of hang out and see how it works, and just, you know, just watch how it goes. Okay, Donna. Thank you, Kay. Thank y'all all for being here. And, oh, yay, Debbie sold 10 pins. Awesome. Okay, Melissa, we'll miss you. All right, guys. Love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And I hope y'all have a great weekend. And I'll see some of y'all somewhere on the weekend. Bye, guys.